Hello everyone, Chess Twins here, and today we're going to look at a trap that even world chess champions fall for. So in this game we have Bobby Fischer playing with the white pieces, playing against world champion Boris Spassky in the world championship match in 1972. So in this position, Spassky just played knight d7, falling for a trap. Can you see how Fischer punished this move? Feel free to pause this video and try it out for yourself. So after knight d7, the correct move is to play knight d5. Now what this move does is it creates a discovered attack on the queen. So if the queen were to take on d2, then instead of recapturing the queen immediately, white would temporarily be down a queen, but would take the e7 pawn with check. So black must react to this threat by playing king f8, and only then does white recapture the queen. After black captures the knight, then the rook would capture the hanging bishop on c4. Bobby Fischer regains a pawn and is able to attack these weak d and a pawns the next move, and Stockfish gives white a 1-point advantage. So after knight d5, if the queen were to move back to d8, then this bishop would hang. There's no way for this queen to get out of the line of fire of the white queen and to defend this bishop and defend the e7 pawn. Now in this position, Stockfish gives white a 1.5-point advantage, and in a world championship game, this is very decisive. Now here we see another example of a world chess champion falling for this trap. So in this game we have Anatoly Karpov playing with the white pieces against world chess champion Garry Kasparov playing with the black pieces. This is played in 1990 in the world championship match. So Kasparov plays queen a5, and why don't you take the moment and pause the video to see what the best move is here? It should be pretty obvious by now. Of course it's knight d5, allowing a discovered attack on the queen. And the knight is also attacking the bishop on f6. So this move allows Karpov to gain a decisive advantage against Kasparov, and this eventually helped Karpov win the game. After knight d5, if the queen goes to d8, then after knight takes f6 check, queen takes f6, and bishop takes d6, white is up a pawn, and being up a pawn in a world championship match is very decisive. If black were to take the queen on d7, on d2, then knight takes f6 would follow, bishop takes d2, and the rook is defending the f6 knight, and white would be up a piece. So queen c5 check is played. After king h1 is played, then black takes on d5 with the bishop. If bishop g7 were played, trying to avoid the knight capture, forking the king and the rook, then bishop e3 would follow. After queen a3, since the queen is almost trapped, it only has one square to go to, and knight f6 would follow. And white has a decisive advantage in this game. Stockfish gives white a 4-point advantage. So that's why bishop g7 cannot be played. If c takes d5 is tried, then white would play c takes d5 with the discovered attack on the queen and the bishop with also a decisive advantage. So that's why black cannot take with the pawn, it must take with the bishop. After c takes d5, white has a discovered attack against the queen. And white ends up with the decisive advantage. White went on to win this game because of this weak d-pawn. This game shows that even World Chess Championships can fall for the simple maneuver. With knight d5, with the discovered attack on the queen, and with this in-between check. If you learned something today, feel free to like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. For now, I'll see you until the next video. By the way, Chess Twins has a new Twitch page. If you want to stay updated for upcoming live streams, follow us on Twitch.